Hi. I did another video a few minutes ago on this app, the Bloom app. Anyway, I kind of extended, I guess whatever. Anyway, I got cut off. That I tried to save it and it just froze and I lost the whole video. So I ended up going to my phone and I did my video there. Anyway, I will make this as short as I can. This is an intro to the video that you're about to listen to. One, I'm going to apologize in advance because I get a little, I'm over what I'm talking about. I'm kind of angry, so it's been something that's kind of irked me and bothered me for for a few weeks now. So I'm a little worked up over it. A little bit angry. I get a little brash. I'm a little hot over it. So anyway, I'm worked up over it, definitely. So anyway, it was supposed to be about friends versus acquaintances. It's not. It's really friends, acquaintances, and racism. Mostly it was a friend having to do with, friends racism. Our acquaintances racism would be more appropriate, but anyway. Again, I just want to, I kind of go off on a rant. I do kind of go off into a little bit of a tangent. I wish I could have used this this particular app for the whole video because it looks better. It's much lighter. It's nighttime now, and to me it looks much better. But anyway, I didn't. I couldn't. So, but this is an intro just to let you know what the video's about. The video is actually about a friend. She's not really a friend. She's a so-called friend. She's more, whatever. I'm gonna call her nothing now is what she is. Nothing. But anyway, it had to do with some Facebook friend requests that she got from strange men. She referred to as ethnic men. Anyways. And I go into that and some of the stuff that went on with her and some of the friends, some of the other ladies in my group, and they too complained, but not to the extent that I'll call her Blondie. Blondie, that's not my friend. Anyway, so I don't want to get this too drawn out. I don't want to make it too long. Just giving you a little bit of an intro to what's coming. And I apologize in advance if it comes off as a tangent or a rant, because it is a little bit of a rant. I don't want to say that, but but it is just a wee bit, because I am angry and I am worked up, and there's some things that I really wanted to touch base and I really wanted to talk about, and so I did approach that. I talked about not only what went on with this so-called friend, but also racism, Facebook, the Donald Trump, people in my group, So anyway, I touched on a few things, and so anyway, God bless. I hope everyone has a good week. Hi, it's nighttime. It's already dark. I just got through recording a 5-minute video on the Bloom app, and then the thing stuck, and wouldn't you know it, I lost 5 minutes of my video. The picture looked really good. It was very light. It looked good. But anyway, and I lost it, so I got to start all over again. In this video, I want to talk about friends versus acquaintances. But first I want to talk about something to begin with that happened to me a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine sent me a text message, and she was complaining that she had gotten, some friend requests from, strange men she didn't know, ethnic men, she called them. Anyway, I asked her what the men's names were. She never would tell me. I did find out that later, I found out that that one of the men is African American, lives in Atlanta. The other man is Chinese and lives in Ohio, is an engineer. Anyway, she sent me a text message and said, because these men were on my friend list, and for whatever reason, I don't know, they sent her a friend request, don't know, doesn't matter. Anyway, she tells me she's going to delete me and block me until she no longer receives any friend requests. In addition to her blocking me, which, I realized, for a few weeks now, this has really bothered me and it's really irked me. It upset me at first. It really upset me pretty bad at first. But after I thought about it, I realized, you know what? I really don't care. To be honest, she's a bitch and she'd go to hell. It's that simple. Well, she did manage to, anyway, she went on and whipped everyone else in my group, in our group, into some kind of a frenzy over strange requests. Anyways, some of the other women who messaged me referred to them as ethnic as well. A couple of them didn't. They just said they were from men they didn't know, and I guess they looked at my friend list and they were on there. But I'd like to call her by name, but I won't. I'll stop short. I won't do that. Anyway, Blondie. Blondie got, anyway, let me start over again. Sorry. Lost my train of thought. Blondie claimed that she got like 10 or 20, friend requests, or maybe more. And then one of the other gals, claimed she got like 50, and tried to, attribute it to me and whatever. And I'm like, no, because I know I do have a lot of people on my Facebook list, but many of them, or most of them, are business acquaintances or business, business and business networks, whatever. And I know most of them or know of them personally. Anyway, so there's probably there is a few, on my friend list that I don't know, but I've never had any complaints, before. Anyway, she not only, after she got through whipping everyone into some kind of a hoopla over these friend requests and talking about 50, friend requests, which, and, whatever. And one or two of the other ladies did send me some of the names, and the men that they were getting friend requests from weren't even on my friend list. They weren't even on my follower list. So anyway, not that Blondie could see my follower list because it's blocked. And as a matter of fact, she couldn't see my friend list either because that too is blocked. Anyway, so she whipped everyone into a frenzy, and the thing that makes me the angriest over it, there's actually a couple things that make me really angry over it. But the first one is that, aside from her blocking me, I really don't care because, now after I thought about it, I don't. She's a bitch, and she's just a bitch. It's that simple. And a couple of the other ladies also not block me, but have deleted me as a friend, won't even communicate. Some of them won't even communicate with me now, and all because of one sorry bitch that decides to just try to whip everyone into some kind of a frenzy, if you will, over something that I had no control over, something I didn't do, and over something that, other than two of the men, the rest of the so-called men weren't even, are not even on my Facebook list. So, so for a few weeks now, it's kind of irked me and it's kind of upset me. Well, And this got me to thinking, and you know, and I you know, I don't want to come, I mean, I'm trying not to come, when I get angry and worked up over something, I do get kind of a little hot. I get hot, and I can get a little brash, and I'm not trying to, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to try to be as calm as I can, but one of the things that really, really irked me about this, and I think, and maybe I'm wrong, I feel like that the way she referred to it, the way she talked about it was, I just felt that a little off. I felt off about it. I didn't feel like it was right. You know, just didn't personally feel, something that just felt a little off to me, just gave me the, you know, didn't rub me the right way. And part of that is because she didn't write me, you know, she didn't message me and tell me that she was getting friend requests from men she didn't know that were on my friend list. She made a point to let me know that she was getting requests from ethnic men. And that's what really pissed me off. That's what really made me mad, because, and then when I asked for the men's names, she would not give them to me. And then one of the other friends that are so-called, let's call these women so-called friends, because not the women that will not communicate with me now over some friend request that I had no control over, these women are not friends. They're bitches. It's that simple. They are effing bitches. And in my book, effing bitches can go straight to hell. And you know what? This has been, I mean, I have to admit, it has bothered me. And I know I shouldn't let it, because what other people do, it should not bother me. And yet, no, I mean, what other people do, you do not have control over what other people do. And there's no way that anyone should let that bother them. And I admit I'm a little weak in that department. It did bother me. But one of the things that really bothered me was, maybe, like I said, I could be wrong, but I feel like from the standpoint that she came from, of referring, you know, complaining about them being ethnic. I mean, she and the other women who, you know, she and some of the other gals, they acted like these ethnic men were going to break their doors down and come in and rape and kill them. I mean, because they weren't white. And that is exactly how I feel. I feel like that they made a big stink about it and made such a hoopla about the whole thing, because the men that they got requests from were not white. And again, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I could be wrong, but I don't feel like that I am, because from the way that she talked, the way that some of the other, you know, the way some of the other women talked, I mean, I feel like that I just feel, you know, that what they did, you know, was uncalled for. And I feel like that, you know, if they had come to me and just said, hey, I'm getting requests, men I don't know, they're, you know, I think a couple of them are on your friend list, I don't know them, here's their names, you know, I mean, or do you, you know, whatever. But to go so far as to block me, delete me, and then the bitch actually has damn nerve to say, when I don't get any more friend requests, then maybe I will unblock you. And you know what I gotta say to Blondie? Blondie, you can go straight to fucking hell, because I'm gonna be straight up. You can go straight to fucking hell, because I don't want you as a friend. I don't need you as a friend, and I sure as hell don't need the likes of people like you. I really don't. And that just, I mean, and I don't need the likes of any of the other gals in the group who feel the same way as Blondie. It's that simple. And after I thought about it a little bit, I realized, how could I possibly, after I thought about it, I was like, how could I possibly expect much different from Blondie and her Blondie best friend and some of the other, gals in the group? How could I expect more? Because, after I thought about it, I realized, wait, these are women that voted for Donald Trump as president, women who voted for a racist, sexist pig to be our commander-in-chief. So, hey, it's hard to believe that women, mind you, women would vote for Donald Trump. And I know there's a lot of people, I know my ex-husband, there's a lot of people say, hey, there is that certain amount of little bit of fear out there. Like, even now, don't be saying this stuff, because, there's a lot of people who support Donald Trump, a lot of people out there like that. But you know what? I'm not going to, I guess, be fearful, because I don't support him. I've never supported him, and I will not support him. I did not vote for him, and I won't apologize for that, because he's racist, he's sexist. I believe that he single-handedly deteriorated race relations in this country. Yes, racism is still here. No matter who is the president of the United States, no matter who is in charge, racism will always exist, probably. It's a shame. Maybe one day it won't, but it's here, and it's probably not going anywhere anytime soon. But because of someone like Trump, people were free to, act on, if you will, and use the hate speech that under other leaders they would not have been so free to have done. In fact, a friend, African-American friend, male friend of mine, and me and my ex-husband stated the same thing. He said under other leadership, he felt that, they wouldn't be so open as to use such, horrible, such use racist language. And anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent on that, but as I stated, I feel like that for that, I feel like that, I hate to say it, I feel like that what she did, what she said, and how she acted, and the way some of the things that she said to some of the other gals in the group, and the big, to-do she made out of it, about, oh my God, this is how she acted. She was like, oh my God, we're getting strange men, oh my God. We got a friend request from a Muslim man and a black man and a Chinese man. Oh my God, they're going to break in and rape our blonde asses, And I felt like saying, bitch, no man wants your effing blonde ass. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to, and I guess, anyway, there is a certain amount of anger over it, I guess, because these are women that are in my group. These are women that I see when my ex-husband and I and my ex-boyfriend and I and other friends of mine, we go to a lot of the same venues, dance venues. We all have our favorite bands. We all like to go to the same bands, see the same bands, and we I will see them again. There's no doubt about it. I will see them. I don't want to see them. I could probably go the rest of my life and never see those bitches, and it would be fine. But, I don't want to be deprived, eventually when COVID is not so bad and I can start going back to see some of my favorite bands. I don't want to be not go because, those bitches are going to be there. I don't feel like that I should, stay out of the scene because of them. And you know what? Yeah, I called her on it. I called her and the other gals out on it, and I said, you know what? I think you are I think you're a bunch of racist bitches. And, you know, they didn't even write back. They didn't even try to defend themselves. And you know what? They can't defend themselves because they are. And anyway, that brings me to, you know, to my next point, the point of this video, friends and acquaintances. It's more, in my case, it's more friends. It was supposed to be friends versus acquaintances. It's more like friends versus, you know, friends versus racist friends anyways. When you find out a friend is a racist. And you know, again, I don't want to keep saying that. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't think I am, because of how they talked and you know, some of the things that they said to some of the other women who I've talked to. I know, with, you know, the things that they said, and, you know, I just, you know, I know, you know, from what they said to other people, and I'm not gonna go into a big hula over what they, you know, said to the other people, the other friends. But anyway, so that's something that happened to me a few weeks ago, and it made me start to really reevaluate friends versus acquaintances, or people that really aren't your friends. I mean, yeah, I guess I stupidly did think that at least Blondie, her Blondie best friend, didn't talk to her as much, didn't want as close. But anyway, you know, I thought we were, you know, nice to each other. We were always, you know, but anyway, it made me reevaluate friends versus acquaintances, who your friends are and who your friends aren't. And first, I'm going to be straight up. I do not support, I have no respect. First, I have no respect for someone who supports Donald Trump, anyone who's sexist. I don't have respect for anyone who supports anybody or anyone who is racist. Prejudicial attitudes. I don't respect any of that. I don't respect it. And to be honest, I really don't want to be friends with people that are racist, sexist, gender biased, you know, hate people. That's not where I come from. I wasn't really raised that way. It's just not something, that's not where I come from. And I don't want to surround myself by people who are hateful, hate-filled people. You know, I don't want that around me. I want light, as my ex-husband would put it, love, light, and peace. And I don't want, you know, I don't want that around me. And so amidst all that, I started to, you know, really reevaluate, you know, friends versus acquaintances. And I realized that, well, these people aren't my friends. I mean, you know, anyone who acted and behaved the way she did, you know, and says, you know, she's going to delete, you know, whatever. She's not a friend. And neither is her blonde best friend or anyone else who, you know, treated me, talked to me, or acted the same way. They're not friends either. And the truth is, you know, most of them don't even communicate with me now. And then I realized, you know, people that, you know, they're not my friends. And most of the ones in my group, I mean, a couple of them I could halfway call a friend, if you will, but most of them are really not friends. And you know, I started to really reevaluate that friends are people that, you know, are there for you. Friends are there. Friends are people who will do anything for you. They will help you if you need it. They're like your family. And I can't say that about any of these people, or at least most of them. And you know, that was a hard blow. So, but, you know, I'm reaching my 30-minute mark. I don't want to, you know, I know some of the YouTubers, they'll talk for an hour or 2 hours, and I really That's not me. I like to kind of chop mine up a little more because I think that, I think that people start to, get bored, especially for me right now. I have to admit, I apologize. I got angry, and I am kind of angry, and I'm kind of on a little bit of a rant. This video, it's nighttime, so it's not the best picture. Wish it was a little better, but it's not. I tried to use the Bloom app. That didn't work, so that cut me off. So I went, I'm not going to do that again. And the S20, I think, is a little better, but I decided I don't want to take the risk I'm going to get cut off again. I want to, I want the video to keep rolling. So anyway, I'm going to end this video because this video has been strictly, I wanted this video to be friends versus acquaintances. Now, this is part 1. Friends versus acquaintances versus racism, part 1. And then I will do a part 2, if you will. Because, and that's where I'm really going to talk about, friends versus acquaintances, or who your friends are and who your acquaintances are. Now, one YouTuber, have not watched his video yet, was talking about friends versus enemies. Now, I haven't listened to his video, and I will surely probably do that because I am interested, I want to hear what he has to say, but anyway, I did this video because I really needed to just, I had to vent. I wanted to vent and get it off of my chest. Now, right now, I don't think very many people come to my channel, so it's, not very, not that many people are coming to my channel, which maybe eventually, I don't know. Right now, I mean, I've been blogging for a long, long time. I've been blogging, and I love to write, but, writing, that's great, but the video, I can get so much more out, and I guess everyone else too can get so much more out, so much quicker than writing it. It takes less time. I mean, I type pretty fast, but it's like my brain is just thinking faster than my fingers can type. So anyway, I'm gonna go on ahead and conclude the first part of this. Friends versus acquaintances versus maybe racist friends. I mean, because, I mean, like I said before, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And I'm sure there are a lot of you out there, or plenty of people out there, who have experienced or know what I'm talking about. Maybe they know someone, maybe that person's just an acquaintance, or maybe they don't know that person as well as they thought they did. And then that person turns out to be, have racist or biased or prejudicial views, and they realize that, that's not someone they want to associate with. And because that's where I'm coming from, I don't want to associate with someone like that. And I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that can relate and understand. They meet people, maybe they, like I said, maybe they're friends, maybe they don't really realize just what kind of person they are, and they realize that they're hateful people. They're hateful and hate-filled, and they hate other people. They hate other races of people. Maybe they, there's all kinds. There's people who hate white people, who hate blacks. There's probably reverse racism. There is, I'm sure. There's people who hate, people that are homosexual or gay or transgendered people, men that hate women, people that make fun of and hate disabled people. There's just, or the elderly. And there's just so much hate. I mean, and that's not something I want around me. I don't want hate. And that's, I have zero respect for it, and I don't want anything to do with it. So anyway, I'm going to conclude this first video, and I'm going to come back a little bit later, and I am going to talk about just friends versus acquaintances, really true friends versus acquaintances. So anyway, I hope everyone has had a good day, has a good night. It's nighttime, so, or whenever if you watch this video, whenever you see it, or, you know, or don't see it, whatever. Anyway, God bless to everyone, and hope everyone has a good night, a good week. And everyone tries to stay safe. Especially stay safe during this season of a pandemic.